Here's a KDK 9-inch oscillating fan. This is the custom deluxe model with the gold sticker, automatic oscillation, 2 speeds with the rotary knob. It's got a really pretty badge on the front guard, and this is what I would think of when I think of the word deluxe. Think of the word deluxe for a minute and see what kind of images pop up in your mind. It would be something like this: ruby red, metallic, chrome, gemstone, very regal looking custom deluxe, gold plated. Anyway, here's the sticker info. Model H23AA, KDK, made in Japan. And I've got the handy dandy instructions here. The instructions say KDK by Patton. So I had to research that a little bit. KDK is a much bigger brand in other parts of the world. Really popular in other countries. I'm not really sure. I can't really say which countries, but it's a big brand, very well known in other parts of the world, and they tried to expand their market to the United States several times, I think, and just didn't have any luck with it. And one of those times they partnered up with Patton for whatever reason, and Patton tried to help them get some distribution and attach their name to it. People, thinking people would recognize the Patton name and try out the KDK fans. That was in 1984, and it did not do well. So they only sold the fans for the 1 year, and that was it. And then KDK tried again later, some years down the road. I don't think it was desk fans, I think it was ceiling fans that time, or some other product, and they didn't do well that time either. So that's why you just don't really see KDK fans around. They're pretty rare. I knew that they had released some 12-inch and 16-inch models, but this is the first 9-inch that I've seen. I've never seen any images of 9-inch fans or videos or anything in the United States. The ones that I've seen of 9-inch fans are always outside the US. So this is the first one that I've come across, and I'm pretty excited to have it. So take a look at the instructions book, because this is just, you don't see this. Generally, I don't think that you would see one of these fans ever that also has the instructions with it. See where they call the oscillation stem a clutch nut. I've never heard that before. Clutch nut. I'm going to have to start using that. It's well written. It's detailed. Push down the clutch nut and the fan will oscillate. pull up the clutch nut and the fan will stop oscillating. It's about as direct as you can get, I think. The airflow can be adjusted upward or downward by simply moving the motor up or down as shown in the figure. They give a nice picture of the fan too. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I get to see this. Use in a dry place free of excessive humidity and water. Keep the fan clean. Wipe away dirt with a clean cloth or ordinary soap. Wipe dry. Do not use gasoline or thinner. Cover with a vinyl bag and store in a dry place. Good advice. I don't think I have any vinyl bags, but I'll store it in a dry place. So this fan is very reminiscent of another fan that I have. I'll pull that one up here in a minute, but for right now we're just going to focus on this one. Here's high. Starting to speed up now. It's kind of a cold start. I did clean the fan and oil it and everything, and it does run good. I think I've already posted a spin down time video on this, and it had a really good spin down, but it's kind of a cold start right now. It's taking a little while to get up to speed. I hear it revving up though. Still not there yet. Turn it to low and see what happens. Okay, so there's the low speed. Do high again. Okay, it's getting up there now. Turn down the low again. We'll run the oscillation. Yeah, my guess is the fan is just cold. It does run really well though. Not too much wear on the motor either. When I took it apart, the bearings and the motor shaft were still in really good shape. Turn it up to 2 now. There we go. Okay. You may notice some similarities here. So the only differences between these two fans are the badge, the blade color. This is like a solid blue. This one has a translucent blue. And the stickers. The stickers are different, and that's literally the only difference between these two fans. Really awesome 9-inch desk fans. So if you look at this label and you see, look around the edges and you see that it almost looks like peeling. I don't think that that's peeling. I think that the sticker is actually saturated. Possibly with oil. When I took the fan apart, I noticed that the brown grease that they put in the oscillation mechanism, they tend to put a lot of that stuff in there, and I think that in a hot environment, that grease melts and it runs down the power cord. It runs down the neck that goes down the power cord, and then it just gets into the plastic, and it gets into, I think it eventually kind of runs down the wires around the switch and gets into that label somehow. Either that or it's just from, you know, being exposed to normal conditions over decades, I guess. But this one doesn't have that, because this fan was still basically new in the box when I found it. This fan was sitting in storage for 40 years. It was new, unused when I found it, so the label doesn't have any of that on it. But normally, if you find these Panasonic fans, the Panasonic fans are more commonly found than the KDK fans. Normally when you find these, the label is going to look like this. It's going to have that spotty, almost rusty look around the label. And this one's actually in pretty good shape. I would think that most of the time if you find these, it's even worse than that. But not on this one. I'm lucky to have both of these, really. But I am curious about why KDK and Patton got together to try to establish the brand. I guess I'm not really sure about the business relationships, and it's the mysteries lost in time, I guess. But yeah, KDK never really caught on here. big in other parts of the world, but never really caught on in the US. But they have a few fans still around. You can find them. Mostly the 12-inch ones. The 12-inch fans are probably the most common fans to find, the desk fans. I've never seen a 16-inch, and this is the first 9-inch that I've seen pop up anywhere in the US. So there's the Panasonic fan. There's also a McGraw-Edison version of this floating around out there. I'll find one of those someday, add it to the collection. But yeah, this is a fan that I really never expected to find. Never thought that I would actually have one, and I'm really excited to have it. It's the KDK by Patton. Automatic oscillation. 9-inch desk fan. Thanks for watching.